Hey there, I'm George.
And I'm Sherry.
And we are GS Adventures. And if you're first time watching us, this is our wrap up of our cruise that we did way back in Halloween, because you all don't know the day, but today we're almost near the end of February, and we're finally doing this wrap up of our cruise. So I told Sherry that I was making notes for her, let her talk about certain things that she might not remember about our cruise whatsoever. So yes, we are a vlogging channel who does adventures. So sometimes I get comments, which you don't get to see them, but sometimes I get comments like, well, I want to see more of the ship and all. We show the ship, we try to show wherever we go and things like that. It's because we want to hold on one second, drop my paper. Told you I need to have the paper for her. It's more for yes, we want to share with you guys what we do, but it's more for us to be able to just have memories and just have pictures. We also do videos. So anyway, so this was the cruise that we did on Halloween. We left on Halloween, October 31st 2024, and we were there. We were supposed to go to Bermuda, an overnight trip, and then Nassau. We were gonna do something there, and then we were gonna go to Coca Key. But as it happened, there was apparently a hurricane coming, and that's always a chance you take. So they kept us away from two of the ports, and we ended up going to Port Canaveral. So we're not going to get into the details of the ship. We've done Vision of the Seas before, and right out of Baltimore. For us, it's a hop, skip, and a jump, really.
Right.
Our neighbor just takes us and makes it a whole lot easier for that. So, so it saves us some money just there. So I try to do one cruise that's in Maryland, so that way we can just get on the port, no airfare, and then one out of the state with that. So anyway, Halloween was interesting. We finally did a holiday on there. And what did you think of how they did Halloween?
It was cute. I went in, I didn't know what to expect. We've never done a holiday on things. So they did have a cute little haunted house thing, and I do say cute. So, it wasn't not a big thing. I found it kind of funny that some people came out and said that was the best one that they've been on. So personally, we don't know, but if that was the best, hey, it's all about having fun. So, and then the kids, people dressed up, kids dressed up, handed out candy to people, and we decided, we gave out some candy to kids, but we decided to give it to the cruise people because nobody ever thinks about giving the workers candy. So they were ecstatic about that somebody actually thought of them and gave them candy.
Yeah, that was pretty cool about that part of it, though. But overall, I mean, there was no special about the food. They had a few decorations. If you saw the video, we shared some of it. But they called it the haunted ship. That's what they called it. It was just one little room. But it was people dressed up.
I think we did.
Yeah, you saw the shirts if you watched our video.
Shirts.
Yeah, if you saw the
he
video.
Won't dress up. Guys, I want him dressed up as Shrek. Wouldn't he make a cute Shrek? Leave your comments below.
Yeah, I don't know if I have a beard and all that. So that was embarkation day. Very smooth. I'm telling you, the Port of Baltimore does a really good job getting you in on that cruise ship and off of it. So it was a smooth sailing. I think we were in through security and all probably within 10-15 minutes.
Yes.
And we weren't the first ones on board.
No.
So our room. So we did a ocean view. We haven't done anything ocean view in a extremely long time. So it's been balcony, but we're trying to cut costs on certain things, so we tried ocean view. So what is your thoughts on ocean view?
I actually didn't mind the ocean view. I think that for me personally, and you may disagree, if you're going with people, even though we weren't going with people, but we did meet a lot of people in there. If you're going with people, you tend to do more things and be out longer. So the balcony, we didn't use it as much as we did when we really didn't connect on the bigger ships, when you really don't get that opportunity to connect with people on a regular basis. I actually liked it and would continue doing it as long as we aren't on the bigger ships. If we're on the bigger ships, I probably would want the balcony.
We'll see. And it'll be a while before they're so expensive.
And right, and depending on the cost too, sometimes, like you said, we got to make sacrifices. So
right. So You're still there. Just it's
Am I still there?
Yeah, it's still. It just went a little
know.
dull. So anyway, so day 2 was a sea day. Sea days are sea days. We made the best of those sea days, and since it was still a little bit of a cold section, there we go. This was a little bit of a cold section. We chose. We just did things. I mean, nothing special. I mean, you know, you got to see some of the things that we did. We did a lot more. I just figured it was, you know, it's typical sea days. So that
wasn't a warm sea day.
not the first one, no.
Right.
I mean October. I mean you're out of Baltimore. It's gonna be cold. So at least not what like when January we're on. There was snow on the cruise ship, remember? Right. So anyway, day 3 we were in Bermuda. We got there sometime in the afternoon, around 3 o'clock, and that's an overnight trip. So the thing that we did in Bermuda was the Triangle Nightlife Glass Bottom Cruise. Remember that? Mm-hmm. Okay. Tell me your thoughts on that.
It wasn't what I expected. You didn't really, and I mean, you're in the ocean, you see what you see, but I guess I expected to see a lot more. Boy, we were whining a lot. I just noticed we are really whining a lot.
They're getting honest truth. They're getting honest truth.
Yeah. I maybe for little kids if you want to spend the money for it, but I wouldn't do it again. It just, you know, I think we actually seen the same 3 fish just swimming back and forth.
It's possible. It's possible. Apparently the lights come on, and that's supposed to attract the fish, so the bigger fish come and eat. And there were a couple like lobsters and stuff like down there, but nothing major.
Yeah.
For the money, it was nice. And there, the guy did a great job with the guide.
He did.
Explaining the island, things like that. But overall, I won't recommend that one for sure. And it was through the cruise line, so just keep that in mind. If you like that kind of stuff and you want to see very little bit, then go for it. Otherwise, I don't think it was worth it. Then day 2 of the Bermuda, we did a catamaran excursion, and it was also for breast cancer. It was it's a pink catamaran. So you guys saw that, and what do you think of that excursion?
Anytime you're in the water and in the sun, that's awesome to me. But no, I do highly recommend it. One, some of the proceeds go to cancer research, and 2, it was a lot of fun. You got to do a lot of things. There was some kayaking, there was some
paddle boards.
Is that what those things
you
stand up on?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, which gravity isn't in my favor anymore. Get the paddle board. You could snorkel, you could swim, or you could just relax on the boat.
On the catamaran, yeah. And I didn't see too many fish. How about you?
No.
No, it wasn't that many fish there at all.
No.
But it was still fun. I would do it again.
Yeah.
Right?
I definitely would do it again.
So from there, you guys got to see us just basically tour, and we went to Onion and Pub, Frog and Onion Pub is what it's called, and we ate lunch there. I don't know how much I showed of that. The food wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad.
It's expensive. It's expensive. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
And then when you get off there, like you saw, we went to the shops that they had off the cruise ship. And if you ever go to Bermuda, go to the drugstore. I don't know what the name of it's called, but it's one
the only drugstore on that.
It's the only it's the first one off the Naval Dockyard, and that to me was the best prices of the shirts.
Yeah.
So they were really cheap, and so yeah, I would definitely do that.
I mean, if you want to spend the money for nicer shirts, the other shops are, but I thought they were way overpriced in some of those shirts. So the T-shirt was like anywhere from $35 to $50, and I'm like, no.
Yeah. But we go the cheap ones. I think we got for like $10 or $15. So yeah, and they were just for me, they were just good quality.
Exactly.
So especially for like me, like collect shirts from different places. So, so then we left. We left that evening, and then the next day. And we were, I think that's when we found out. Did we find out? One of those, I think it's the day we found out that we weren't going to the other excursions. So we did a sip and tour brunch. Remember that? The back scenes of all that? And behind the scenes? You remember that? We went into the kitchen.
Oh, yes. On the ship.
Yes.
I'm thinking on an island.
No, on the sea day.
Yes, okay.
What'd you think of that?
I actually like that. That was something that the who recommended it. What is he called? It's not the waiter, but
it was like a concierge. Yeah.
He recommended it, and we did it. We got to see everything that they do in the back and all the preparations, and then had a nice brunch. So
Yeah, so that was all good, and I think we also got.
Would you do that again?
I don't know. I mean, it's one you see it once. I would maybe like to do a tour of the ship, get the engine, get to see what do they call that? Not only the engine room, but the bridge. I would probably like to do that kind of tour. But the sipping tour, I mean, it was nice. I don't know if I was completely bored, maybe. It was good. I really enjoyed it, and it was so much information.
It was.
So we did that, and then it was again we played bingo, and things like that.
Win.
It was a sea day.
Didn't win.
So November 5th, that day was her birthday, and that was the day that we were supposed to go be in Nassau, and I was going to take her to one of those all-inclusive resorts, but that didn't happen. We stayed on the ship as a sea day, and that was her birthday, so I took her to Zoomies, and we love Zoomies.
We do. I think if I had money to eat there every day, I would.
I don't know about that.
I would.
But it was good.
To try the different things on the menu. We're so
I don't know.
predictable. We get
I
the
don't know.
same
Well, you may try different things on the menu. I'm not into the raw stuff, but I still like Zoomies. But I don't know about all that stuff. So, and then so.
Aren't we GS Adventures?
Yeah. Not adventure in eating certain things. That ain't happening. So that was a sea day. Then day 7. That was day 6. So day 7 is a day that we should have been in Coco Key, but we were back in Port Canaveral. I don't know which port there's 2 different places they dock, I guess, and we went to the one. There was a restaurant there, and that you saw the restaurant. The food was good. I think it's one of the best burgers I've had. But then I think I mentioned that I think because after you have ship burgers, it's like, anything would probably be good. But that food was good. The drinks were. We had one drink, right? That was good, right? So, yeah, that was good for that. And of course, you got to see that stuff. We obviously each night we went to a show, something different. And then day 8 and day 9 were pretty much all sea days. So they were a lot of sea days.
Yeah. So we met quite a few people on the cruise ship. We actually, you may have seen some of them in the videos that. George, I'm not one to go and look for groups to do things. It's just not me. I let him do all the legwork and all. But we really connected with a bunch of people. And I think that's why we like the smaller cruise ships too, because you get more personal with people. Now, if you don't want to be around people, definitely the bigger.
You better go for a larger ship, right?
Exactly. But we hung out with them all week long.
It did help that it was all through a Facebook group. So whenever you go on a cruise, there's always a Facebook group for that particular cruise. So go and join in with that, and you get to meet people that way. Especially if you want to meet people. It helped a lot though that a lot of the people that we met we made friends with lived in Maryland or close by. We actually have one who is really not too far from us.
Yeah, less than 10 minutes.
Less than 10 minutes, and then a couple of them that live maybe about a half hour away.
Maybe Brian.
Half hour, 45 minutes.
Yeah, probably Brian them for about 45 minutes.
So and then because Keita lives about 10 minutes away. Yeah. So that helps out. And actually, we got together last week.
Yep.
And just hung out at a local restaurant. So that was it. So that's the cruise itself. So let's get a little more detail. We already talked about the room, the food. MDR is where we ate most of the time, and gathered with people. To me, it was like okay.
Yeah.
Again, I think we had the problem with the pasta. It was like
the pasta was mushy, so we tried to avoid the pasta at all costs.
Now it was good in January, so I don't know if they changed chefs or something happened, but it was not good here. So if the first day you get food and you get pasta and it's mushy. More like it's going to be mushy the rest of the week, so you might want to avoid that. Because I tried it later in the week and it wasn't good. Overall, the shows, what did you think of the shows?
For the smaller ships, they were good.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for Broadway shows, you're not going to find that.
No.
You won't find that. But if the small ships, they're pretty good. They were good shows. I think, is there anything else that I'm missing? Oh, the last day you don't have much disembarkation stuff is because... Like I told you on there, when we went through Port Canaveral, we had to get off the cruise ship, show our passports, and then get back on. I don't understand the whole thing. Is because we started in a Baltimore port, and we ended the Baltimore port. You would do it there, but because we went back to another a U.S. port, we didn't have. I don't know. It's just weird that we had to get off the ship and get back on, and then we can get off again. And it was just a total waste as far as I'm concerned. But then we got to Baltimore, we didn't have to show any of that
No,
because we
walked
got back
right
on a
off.
cruise because it was
But they said it was because what we did prior.
It was-
why we didn't have to go through all the.
yeah, because it was sea days the rest of the time, so we weren't getting off the ship until we got there, so we didn't have to do it.
Right.
Which is weird because they allowed us back off the ship in Port Canaveral after we did the check-in, and so we could have done whatever. Anyway, so I didn't show any of that because
Rules are rules.
it is. It's weird. I just wish I'd understood more of them. But other than that, it was seamless. I mean, we were 10 minutes.
Yeah.
10 minutes max from the time that we
Took our
left.
son longer to get there than it did for us to get
It
off
did
the
because
ship.
we live about 15 minutes, 10, 15 minutes away from the port. So other than that, that was it. Is there anything else you would like to share? Do you remember that you want to share?
By the way, I had a really great birthday. All of my friends made my birthday special, and of course, he made my birthday very special.
I don't think I showed any of the video of that stuff.
That was probably a good thing.
She wasn't that bad. Yeah, is that pretty much it?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me give you guys an updated schedule. We our next adventure is Disney World. That's in May.
It's a small
No,
world
no.
after all. That's George's favorite
Yeah,
song.
that's the song they should get rid of. They should get rid of the ride. They should get rid of all that. But that's a whole nother story for a whole time. We'll probably talk more about that and then that. So that'll be our next adventure that we're there. So it won't be a cruise. Our next cruise is not until November. So we're in February. It's not until November. So it's a long way away. I'm a little bit bummed about that. We might try to add one before that. But anyway, that's still not until November. That is on the Jewel of the Seas. New ship for us, new class for us. And actually, we're going out of San Juan, so that'll be new. So that'll be stuff that you might want to look forward to. I think that is pretty much it that we have scheduled. That we do little day trips. We don't video those things. It's pretty much just hard time away from all that. So unless there's something I might put on my phone and do a short that I see something. I think one time we had air show. I think I videoed some of that stuff, but that was it. So anyway, that's it for this year. 26. We're getting packed. There's at least 3. Well, there's 2 cruises for sure already booked, and more likely a 3rd one. So, but that's
I don't know where he gets all this money from, but hey, whatever.
hey, it's called saving up. So that's it. So if you want to see more, please, we don't ask for much of this. I put at the end of every video, give a thumbs up, subscribe, and the notification if you want to know when we do it. Other than that, I think that's about it, right?
Yeah. If you have questions, just
Yeah,
ask.
please ask. We'll answer the best we can. We're not professionals at this.
We don't make any money off of it. So
Absolutely.
It's just all about informing you guys of what's out there.
And keep in memories for us.
Yeah.
So if that's it, we'll say good night, Gracie.
Good night, Gracie. Boy, the sun's in my eyes. Good night, Gracie.
All right, guys. Hope you guys have a great time, whatever you're doing, and we'll see you on our next adventure.